What's up, guys? It's Chachi Power here with Rocket Punch Army to do a Transformers Masterpiece review. Today we have the MP-17 Cybertron Military Strategist Prowl from Takara Tomy. This right here is obviously the box. We're going to check it out real quick for those of you that are into the boxes. Pretty standard fare. Pretty much the same as your Sideswipe and Red Alert. Same size and everything. Same type graphics, shiny robot bits and figure bits, and the matte finish on the back. And once we get into the inside, you get a little sleeve here, a plastic sleeve with the instructions, full color instructions, a little spec card, alright? And here is the actual tray with the figure. You get the Nissan right here, and you get the little blaster. So we'll go ahead and open this up and take a look at the contents. Get the car out here, pull out the gun. Now, vehicle mode is actually a 280Z Nissan Fairlady, which is actually one of my favorite cars growing up, and to this day it's still one of the sexiest cars, I think. But here it is in police form. Prowl is a Nissan Fairlady. Alright, so we'll check out the car form here. Alright, actually done really nice. The paint apps and everything on this car seem to be very good, a little bit better than I was expecting compared to the Sideswipe and Red Alert that I have. It's got nice clear windows. They're a little bit smoked. You got clear plastic on the light bar up here. You got a nice Autobot logo there. You actually have a Z logo up front. Okay, it's got nice detailed vents here. The tampo printing for the Highway Patrol Police is actually nice and clear. And if you guys saw the prototypes, they had actually spelt patrol wrong. It was like paterol written on there, and it has a genuine Nissan rims, which I thought was really nice. Now, speaking about rims, the tires on the rims are plastic. They are not rubber. And before we continue on with the review, there's a couple of things I do want to apologize for. Is if the video goes out of focus and for my daughter in the background yelling. The daughter thing I can't really help, but the focus thing, if you guys have been following me on Collection DX, my camera took a crap. My regular camera charger went bad at the Comic-Con, so I'm using a DSLR, which doesn't have autofocus. Anyway, continuing on along, yeah, so that's the car mode. Rolls nice and freely, and actually forgot to show you guys this. Here's the gun for Prowl. And this actually, if you pop this in here, you'll see it's got a little prong thing there, which just pushes right into the back of the light bar. So you have a vehicle with armament. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and move into transformation, because I'm sure you guys want to check out Prowl. Now, I have practiced the transformation a couple times before doing the video. I usually just go ahead and just transform it. I'm still a little rough at it. The transformation is actually quite good. Not overly complicated, let's say, as an alternative would be, but still more than what you would expect from a deluxe. This is obviously a masterpiece, so there's a little more transformation involved. So I'm not going to use the instructions. I'm going to go by memory, but I know we pop this down here. All right, we're going to just form the arms right away, and then we're going to get these white pieces. And of course, there's different ways of doing this, guys. It doesn't have to be exactly how I do it or how the instructions have it. Those are just suggestions. I usually just like to snap the rear here a little bit, get these doors out of the way. All right, and then the legs, you can just separate. You want to grab it right here from the side, just pop off these panels right here, and that allows you to unfold the legs all the way down. Just pull as much as you can. It pretty much transforms itself. There you go. You got the legs going on. These pieces, these little black pieces here, and then this is the tailpipe fold back. These white pieces come here to basically cover the side of the foot here. Alright, do that on both sides. And these little white panels do a good job of covering up this hole that's left. Alright, just want to make sure they're completely pulled out. Next, I usually like to pull this out, this back here, but what you want to do is push your finger through, get that pop open like that. Bring these little cannon pieces out like that. Then you have to spin the waist here. Alright, so you spin it around, get the legs faced the right way. Then you can fold the arms down this way, just kind of get them out of the way of everything. And right back here, you can actually push, get his head to come up, and then bring this down. But you don't want to bring it down all the way because you still have to mess around with the arms. Now, before you even do all that, there's these little fender pieces that have the mirrors, which thankfully the mirrors are made out of a soft rubber, so they're not going to snap. But you fold that right into that. All right, make sure the head is out like that, and then that makes the clearing over here for these shoulders. And you kind of want to work the shoulders in there on both sides, just like that. And this chest piece, make sure you pull it out a bit because it has to snap into the hole right up here. There, like just like that. And then just work the arms around like so. And the doors do have to fold up this way like that. And this panel folds in right in front of the windshield. And then there's these two little spots here where these little tabs on the bottom of the windshield will snap into. So you can go ahead and do that. And there you have Prowl. It's rather good looking, mostly from the front. From the front, really not a lot of complaints there. But as we turn around, you get the usual empty legs that are apparent in a lot of Transformers. You get the big backpack here. The backpack, not too picky about, but I wish there was a way to close out the back of these legs or the back of the feet here. Like if these windows could just fold in somehow, something like that would have been cool. But no one really plays with toys like this, and no one really displays them like this. So whether you're playing with them or displaying them, not that big of a deal. The front does look excellent though. And I'd like to do a comparison, if I may, with this version here, the deluxe version, the classics, whatever you want to call it, Prowl. So you see how that scales to that. And believe it or not, I was able to get my G1 Prowl here, which is actually a knockoff, but you get the idea. There we go, how they compare to that. So what's funny is, as a kid, this Prowl looked like what this looks like to me now. It just looked like ridiculously awesome. Like I'm like, oh, it looks like it just jumped right out of the screen. But now we see when we're older, it does look a bit crap, but still a cool figure nonetheless. All right, so we move those out of the way. And speaking of KOs, this is how he compares to a Masterpiece Sideswipe, which is identical to the original. So that way you at least see what they scale like together. So I do want to show you the articulation. You got the head here. Articulation is pretty fair in the head for what it is. All right, it does have long boobs, so he can't really look down too much. You know, everything's in the way. And got the shoulders. Shoulders do have a great amount of up and down movement. You know, you can spin them around. They're actually on a ball joint. You have a double jointed elbow, and that's pretty much due to the transformation, but it really helps out in robot mode there. You have a waist, all right, and on the sides of the waist here, you have these little panels that fold up, so you can bring his legs up if you wanted to, and then just fold them back down when you're done. And the legs go forward about that far. They go back about that far. You got the knees, which pretty much fold as far as you want them. The knees do get a little bit weird though. You got this big gap there if you fold them too much, and that's really due to the transformation, because this has to fold in. It doesn't slide in like the G1. It actually folds on itself. All right, and then you got the ankle here, the ankle movement, which is pretty good. Get a fair amount of you know, angle going on for the stance that you would want to put there. So overall, fair articulation. Probably forgot to show you this. He does have the spinning fists and the fingers that open. All four fingers are together on this guy. Then I just wanted to show you the weapon, which I just have to put back in robot form there, or robot position. And it's like the other couple of masterpieces, the Sideswipe Red Alert, where it's got the little tab which goes right into the hand. So you're going to go ahead and open the hand, and you'll see a little slot in there. That'll pop right in and close his hands. And there he is holding his weapon. Now you'll see he's got the blasters on his shoulders. There's also an Amazon exclusive or something like that, another blaster missile launcher or something like that, which would have been nice if it came included with this, but I'm sure you can just grab one on eBay really cheap. Or I'm assuming they're going to knock off this guy just like they did Sideswipe and Red Alert, and include that piece with the knockoff for a much lower price. And pretty much brings us to the end of the review, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. If you have any questions or comments on this figure, or if there's something I may have forgotten, please leave it in the comments below. And yeah, make sure you stay tuned. I got other stuff coming up. And that's it, guys. Till next time. Bye-bye.